Okay, leave it to Boston, or may I say the Red Sox, to make this one of my first videos I'm doing for the weekend. About last night, I briefly found out the firing of manager Francona, which I was in utter shock. I'm not a Boston fan, but to say I'm a Yankee fan, but I respect Francona and the Boston Red Sox organization as a good organization and pretty much a true rival to my favorite team. I love when the Yankees and Red Sox play. I love the tension that they always bring together in the field. It is a real true rivalry. In the last 10 years, I can honestly say that Francona was the only manager that really knew how to play my team. He really knew how to manage us when it came to one-on-one. He really knew how to manage the team that faced us. And for more time, he won more games than he had lost against the Yankees. I will never forget the series where the Yankees was up 3-0 and we just basically collapsed. But besides the point, I think that he's one of the top 5 managers that was in the game today, and I still consider him one of the top managers in this game today. Nothing against Joe Torre. I love the guy. I even love the Buck Showalter, and I got a lot of respect for Girardi. But to me, Francona is one of the top notch coaches, bar none. There's a lot of mixed signals that's coming out of the Red Sox organization. One said he left freely. The other said that they was not about to renew his contract. Whatever the reason is, it's still a dumb move. I mean, really, this guy didn't deserve to get canned the way he did. He is, to me, they should at least give him an extension, see how that goes, and then if it didn't work out, then you can probably make the decision whether to bring him back or not. But I thought he deserved another year with the Boston Red Sox. I really do think he got railroaded by that franchise. And look, I don't know if that has to do with a lot of stuff that's coming out in the open. That there was a lot of problems within the locker room. There's reports of drinking involved inside the club's locker room. Don't know if that's true or not. Francona hadn't said anything, and I seriously doubt if he's going to say anything. But the team with him, the only 2 years that they didn't make the playoffs, because they didn't make the playoffs back to back, they still had a winning record. I mean, if anything, last season, the team had a lot of injuries, and they still managed to have a decent record. Granted, they didn't make the playoffs; they finished third, but their record was very, very good. I mean, if his team would have been healthy, I think they would have made the playoffs. Would probably be in first place. And this year, to start off 2-12, 2-14, and then still manage to win 90 games. That's no small feat. I mean, granted they have collapsed, but I mostly blame that not on the manager's fault. I blame it on the players, because the players didn't have a good year. Most of those players in Boston did not have a great year. And I think that although many people say you can't really fire the players, you got to fire the manager because they're the easy scapegoat. In my opinion, the players should be held accountable for that. The players should be ashamed of themselves, because these guys are getting paid millions, $100 million, and they gave us lackluster performances like that. They have to be held accountable for. That's just my opinion. But the other thing about it is that they want to go a different direction, a different path. Who are you exactly picking to be the manager of this team? Who? I mean, think about it. Who's really out there that's a top-notch manager that's going to, really going to lift this team to the next level? Joe Torre? You think he's going to come out of retirement and and become the manager of the Red Sox? Ozzie Guillen. From what I understand, he's going to Florida. Joe Valentine, Bobby Valentine, possible. But all these managers are going to be anywhere as good, if not better, than Francona? I don't think so. I really don't. But like I said, it's a weird move they're doing. I think that's a mistake. I don't think they made the right choice. I think they should have kept them. I think they should have given the extension. And then if it was the same different result at the next season, then maybe, just maybe, you can make an argument that it needs a change. But to me, he still was a loved manager. Fans adored him. He gave you 2 championship rings. and he won more games than he lost. I mean, he was one of the most winningest manager that Red Sox ever had in a long, long time. So I think that's a bad move. I really do, and I feel for him. Not only hope that Francona gets a job real quick, probably the White Sox or some other team that really needs a jolt. I hope he gets that opportunity. He deserved that opportunity. But as far as the Red Sox concerned, I think that was a bonehead move they did, honestly. And I think that's also a slap in the face of the fans who actually did respect him. As far as the collapse concerned, I don't blame that on Francona. I know he said he takes the blame, but I blame that more on the players who really did not play hard for him, and that's just how my feeling is. Sometimes you really got to put the players on the front pedestal and put them on the hot seat and say, yo, man, what the hell happened? We paid you $100 million and you gave us nothing. And I think still that's the way it is. And the way with the ticket prices are today, with the overpriced concession stands, there's no excuse for those players not to come out and give them that all, give 100% every time they go on the field. There's really no excuse for that. So I blame the class more on the players than I do on the manager. But unfortunately, the way the system works, the managers are always going to get the upper end of the stick, and they're always going to be the scapegoat. But enough about that. What do you guys feel about this latest development? Do you agree with the situation? Do you disagree? What's your comments on it? I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear your feedback. But until then, you guys take care.